This is how you should come across your cardio pulse circuit. Should be covered, everything should be off, there should be a bag of fluid hanging here. Step one would be to take it into the room that you're going to prime it in. There's only one cord that needs to be plugged in. This one that says main plug needs to go into a 20 amp rinse circuit, just like so. Then you would uncover, get rid of that. And the first step would be to turn the cardio help unit on. And that is accomplished by pushing the little international on-off button right here. And it takes a few seconds for the unit to power up. And when we set this up dry, we will have, there's a couple things I want you to see. The pressure cable right here should be mounted to the pump. If it's not, for some reason, if it's still, this is the way it's stored. If for some reason it's like that, all you do is pull it out, line up the dot, and push it on. Then, the next thing you need to do is zero the pressures before priming. So you'll go to the second page in, which has all the pressures on it, and you'll go through, and we'll do this one even though it's zeroed, but we'll go through each of the three: venous, the internal pressure, and the arterial pressure, zeroing all three of those. Really is better to do this before priming. If it doesn't get done, it's not the end of the world. So the next step would be to open the bag of fluid, like so, that will be hanging there. And truthfully, this is probably the biggest trick of the whole operation. You will need both of these nipples that are on the bag available to prime with. The one opens very easily. The other one, you need a tubing clamp and grab just the end of that rubber and pull it off. And you'll get the little rubber stopper out of there. That's the most important trick. Then after that, there will be two spikes. One blue spike and one red spike. What I like to do personally is leaving it open, leaving the clamp open. I like to actually hang this red clamp up by the bag, like so. And I actually take the cap off just ever so slightly. And this will let air flow through the system and out while it's priming. And the nice thing is the fluid will search out its level in the bag, and actually you won't spill any fluid on the floor. It'll make you look very professional. So you'll take the blue spike first and spike it into one of the two nipples, and the fluid will begin flowing freely. And it'll flow through the sash in the plastic, and it'll flow into the cardio help unit itself. And then, as we said, it'll search out its own level like that and not make too big of a mess. So then after that's done, what I like to do is clamp this briefly, because when you bring it down, the fluid will want to push out. So clamp it briefly, place that spike into the bag, and open that one. Then you can start the RPMs on the cardio help. This is just going to make it be quiet. Sorry about that. So then we're going to start the RPM spinning. And I like to do it at about 1200 RPMs. And you can hear the noise in there. We're going to go up a little bit. We'll try 1500 RPMs. And we still don't have much flow, so I'm going to go up a little bit higher. Yeah, we'll try 2000. That's a better number. And we will just let that spin for a little bit. So while that's going on, the next thing you're going to do is go to the point where you're putting the water in the heater cooler. There'll be 3 liters of sterile water sitting on the side here that will be used to fill the heater cooler. It will be connected to the pump. All you need to do is turn it on, like so. It will go through a boot up session. Oh, it's not going to let us do it because it doesn't have water in it. That's good enough for now. But so then, by that time, I don't know if on the video you'll be able to hear it, but there's still a little bit of crackling in the pump head, which means there's still a little bit of air in there. So then what we do is we go up a little higher on our RPMs and start forcing that through. And so then I'll go up to like, say, 3,000 RPMs, and you can see the air start to come through. And then the next thing I like to do, there's 3 pigtails on the oxygenator, and all of them will need to be primed. The cap that's on the end is vented, so all you need to do is turn it like this, and briefly let it out like that, and then turn it off again. That needs to be off too, that's gonna help. Same procedure for all 3 of these. Till no air comes out of it. And then you can hear now, it's starting, the crackling's going away. It's primed, and the circuit's ready to go. The last thing I usually do is give this a little tap in case there's any air bubbles hung up in there, which there's not. You can see now that we're all primed up, we're flowing quite nicely. The noise is all gone. So we'll come back down to 1500 RPMs to initiate ECMO. And the rest of it will be following the 12 steps in the binder.